Ladies and gentlemen, the forum has successfully come to an end, and the event gave us an opportunity to engage in deep exchange of opinions on current regional security issues. I want to thank all foreign and domestic speakers for the valuable insight through the dialogue today. And now let's move on to the closing ceremony of Kigali Forum. I would like to invite the president of Prospect Foundation, Dr. LAI I-Chung, for delivering the closing remarks.
Thank you all for staying to the end of the forum. Also, I'd like to expressly thank His Excellency, the former President of Estonia, Yves, for delivering a very eloquently speech, a deep intellectual reflection coming from the post-World War II and all the way to the right now, how to do the future, especially on the digital era. Today, in the Katakalan Forum, when we were organizing it and devising it based on several urgencies, especially the one that on the war in Ukraine has a lot of us need to rethink about many of the security assumptions that we had in the past. It's not just about that we believe China probably will attack Taiwan one day, which we psychologically prepared, we know. But it's an issue about the world is returning to the nuclear era, in which the active usage of the nuclear threat has been employed and effectively in the war on Ukraine, in which we believe that China probably will employ the same playbook against Taiwan. How should we do about it? Another thing is that the Russia's role in the war on Taiwan, how would that become Chinese enabler or a Chinese guarantor? Should China launch a war against Taiwan, would Russia start to play a certain role to prevent countries like Japan, countries like Australia from assisting Taiwan? So those are the things that we never thought in the past. And so that's how the forum, coming from the sense of urgency and the sense of the things that we never thought in the past, we like to seek opinions. And today, what we got is actually more than what we wanted it. And I also believe that in today's forum, from the early morning about the competition between the authoritarianism versus democracy, and then the way to think about how to respond to those challenges, and the new economic order, or the economic reordering that's about to come, basically is giving us the issue that not just about the war in Ukraine, but the whole world that is changing. And so that when we think about the issue on Taiwan, we also need to think beyond Taiwan Straits, because we do know that the issue on Taiwan that is not just limited to the traditional, the so-called bilateral framework between Taiwan and China. And those are the things that we come out as one of the most precious lessons. And thanks for all our eloquent speakers, keynote speeches, and the participants for giving us a very thoughtful and fruitful thought. So thank you very much. Hope to see you next year again in Katakalan Forum and with more in-person participations. Thank you.
Thanks to Dr. LAI for the closing remarks. And on the other hand, I would like to invite Deputy Minister TIEN Chung-Kwang once again for giving us another closing statement. Please welcome.
It's me again. Thank you very much. As one of the major sponsors of this program, I think I'm responsible to wrap it up. Some of the talks. I would like to, first of all, on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of China, I would like to thank everyone who participated in person, as well as those who have joined us online. I'm sure you all agree that the event has successfully advanced our understanding of the new Cold War context and the traditional and the non-traditional threats and challenges in the Indo-Pacific that are rising from the US-China rivalry and Russia-Ukraine war. Today's forum has generated a number of productive and inspiring discussions. more than 20 renowned political figures, scholars, and experts from Taiwan and 10 other countries offer valuable insights on the range of important issues. Summing up today's discussion in the entirety, the context presented by the China-Russia axis has no doubt been the issue of common concern. A new Cold War is pitting democracy against authoritarianism. This poses the greatest of all challenges to national security, economic growth, and global democracy. Following World War II, the Cold War sparked an arms race and development of atomic weapons, accelerated dissemination of political propaganda, and the space race. The new Cold War developing in the wake of COVID-19 exhibits of all of these elements. It is also characterized by the authoritarian countries' attempts to subvert the international rule-based order through gray zone tactics. In this way, authoritarian actors are purposefully pursuing political objectives through premeditated operations, including military intimidation of the kind that does not trigger all-out conflict, economic coercion, disinformation campaign, cyber attacks, and cognitive warfare. We should all be aware of the challenges of the new Cold War. However, we should not be overly pessimistic about the future. To quote Winston Churchill, an optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Shadowy authoritarian threats have also prompted democratic partners to look forward the light, stand firm together, and come to a consensus. Authoritarianism has thrown into sharp relief our duty and responsibility to maintain peace and stability and safeguard democracy and freedom. In recent years, we have trans-Pacific alliances of the democracies gradually taking shape, as well as the renewed transatlantic partnership. The resurgence of the Quad last year is a striking example of democracy forging closer links. Meanwhile, the G7 summit, NATO summit, and US-EU summit, and the formation of AUKUS group, and the trilateral ministerial meeting between the US, Japan, and the Republic of Korea have all demonstrated a common desire for a world anchored by democratic values and unconstrained by coercion. With the outbreak of Russia-Ukraine war, we are deeply aware that appeasement will not bring peace. Democratic countries cannot be bystanders. Only by working together in solidarity to define our shared values can we ensure long-term peace and stability in the world. Taiwan stands on the front line of the defense against Chinese authoritarianism. Through its malign actions targeting Taiwan, China's unilateral disruption of status quo across the Taiwan Strait is severely jeopardizing peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region and throughout the entire world. However, Taiwan's democratic values, strategic locations, and technology and economic standing landed a unique significance. In recent years, a growing number of international events have highlighted the importance of cross-strait peace, underscoring the fact that security across the Taiwan Strait is an issue of global concern. We sincerely appreciate the growing support for Taiwan in the international arena. With your backing and goodwill, Taiwan is committed to engaging with the international community. Moving forward, we hope to be included in the United Nations systems and its specialized agencies. We also hope to boost economic integration by participating in other frameworks such as CPTPP and IPEF. Taiwan's continued promotion of multilateral dialogue forms part of our efforts to find peaceful resolution to the security issues of the day. The凱達格蘭Forum is one example of our commitment to bring an active, responsible partner in the Indo-Pacific. We hope to resolve the rising tensions in the region. As Edmund Burke wrote in The Thought of the Cause of the Present Discontent, when bad men combine, the good must associate, else they will fall one by one, an unpitied sacrifice in contemptible struggle. Authoritarian powers are combining, and we must associate. We must be assertive and flexible in responding to the problems as they arise. We call on all democratic partners to work together for a sustainable and a secure Indo-Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you the next year's凱達格蘭Forum. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister Tien, for closing remarks and the speaker introduction today. Ladies and gentlemen, now we officially conclude the凱達格蘭Forum. Hope the forum today not only left a deep impression for you and inspired you a lot. We sincerely hope you will continue to advocate for closer exchanges and cooperation. Thank you all once again. Wish you all the best and see you next time.